Welcome back, DigiDs, to another episode of Kerbal Space Program 2. Now, if you remember, in the past couple episodes, we've been doing some stuff with, like, kind of some cool designs with space planes, and actually got a really good working jet the last time that honestly flew fantastically and, like, almost perfect. But now, I did have a little bit of the dilemma that I want to take a plane kind of all the way to, like, the Arctic region of Kerbin and kind of take a look at, like, what that looks like up there and kind of the detail that they have going on. Just the terrain in general. I bet it's not, like, necessarily too much to look at, but I think it's just kind of a cool thing to do. You know, we're here on the planet, so may as well go take a look at it. You know, and last time, you know, we had this perfect jet that we still have now. You know, if you might remember, it was all like, flying through, and he went up and did a loop-de-loop, and then he turned around and came back around and did another loop-de-loop, and it was like, Now, this is the grade A commentary coming through, because I'm trying to remind you exactly what happened last time. That was just this plane came out through, it was like, and then if I remember correctly, it was just suddenly just like, Kerbin, no, not that South Tower. But what our main objective really is here today is try to get this plane all the way to the Arctic. So, if we were thinking too small the first time and we thought bigger, and we went to medium, well, from medium, we need to think even bigger. So I'm thinking, why don't we just think bigger? So this plane design is already perfect. It just doesn't have enough feel or enough oomph. You know, just doesn't have enough oomph. You know what I'm talking. It doesn't have enough oomph. It doesn't have enough bang. So to fix that issue, I have one idea in particular that really just sticks out to me. So let's just go ahead and just for fun here, just take a look in symmetry. We'll throw this little thing, this little decoupler right here on this wing real quick, and let's just take a look at what the possibilities can be with this. Alright, let's get rid of this one. These decouplers are not working with me at all. I will get this to cooperate any way possible. We will get these rockets on here. Okay, go back to coupling. I have faith. I have faith. Let's take it one step at a time. Symmetry, right here in the edge. Right here in the edge. That has to be outward. That's what its natural state is. It allows us to drag it off to the side. Perfect. Take these rockets. There we go. Now it's working with us. Perfect. We are in business. DigiDs, we are in business. These rockets are going places. But you know what? Let's put a little bit of a stabilizer on top of these. What are these, mediums? Are these medium rockets? Yeah, they are. So we can put medium stabilizers on top of both of them. Let's say it should be super stable. Who are we taking with us this time? Kerbal Manager, Bob, you've already flown. Let's see here. Who's already flown? I think, was it Dilbury? No. I forget who it was last time. It was like that guy was super green. And then one of them was... Oh, I've already forgotten. Did they change all the names? Because I don't remember any of these. Well, I'd say let's get a Ray B. Kerman in there, because that sounds eccentric and fun, and they exactly know what to do as a pilot. And who else? Oh, I'll stop randomly right on Billy Bob Gee. Hey, you know what? He's probably qualified. We got 2 seats in here. All right. They can both go along for a journey. And I think I don't have to hit save or anything. All right, they should be good to go. Let's give her a name. Twin Glider. Because that's what it's going to be. We're going to be probably going up into orbit and falling back down into the atmosphere with this thing. It's going to be like a space plane is what it is. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that a save. I don't know how that's an overwrite. It's a little bit weird. So you have like your main file name at the top, but then you also have like a subcategory name of... We are on the runway. I guess that works. Concrete is concrete. Let's go. Launching. Alright, so I want to go to the North Pole. So if I want to go to the North Pole, I think I'm going to need to rotate a little bit. I want to stay centered the best way I can. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm fighting it. I'm trying to stay right in the center of that nav ball the best I can while moving. I'm rotating my entire ship. So if I were to point down, that actually goes the wrong way. I need to go point this direction. Back to center, back to center, back to center. Okay, we're actually down to like a quarter bit of fuel. Let's start turning horizontal and start putting out our orbit. I don't know how far we are. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, we need to go further out, further out. Straight horizontal the best we can. Get me to the North Pole. Get me to the North Pole. Will it be enough? Will it be enough? Oh, DGDs. That might just barely be enough. Oh, we need to get rid of it. We need to get rid of it. Do that. That's extra drag. Let's go ahead and point prograde so we don't lose any of our distance. Please don't crash back into us anytime soon. But look at that. Look at that. That is going to be landing just right off the coastline. Right off the coastline. Okay, we'll be coming in. We can probably glide our way right along the coast and then give her a landing. This is Operation Spaceplane at this point. Give her a good old spin. See, and then the plane was all like, it was like, this is, did you like my commentary before? This is, I told you, this is what they sound like. Can you not hear it? Well, I hope that this thing is rated for space. I know that those cockpits are usually pressurized, but I don't know how about pressurized to enter the vacuum of space. Except, I guess they have nothing else to do but sit here and look up at the night sky. Let me get rid of this part manager that's taking up most of the screen. Now this, let me try to get a thumbnail. Oh, if you see this in the... Let's get rid of prograde real quick. And can I turn my nose up? Yeah, let me get that lined up. Wow, I wonder if there's a button to turn off my HUD. Because this would be fantastic right now. Like, look at this. How you guys doing in there? Doing all right? Yeah, they're smiling. Oh, they just, yeah. What were you guys just laughing about, huh? Yeah? You got Kerbin out behind us. Quick, open up the part manager. We got Kerbin behind us. Beautiful galaxy. Off in the distance. Flying high. But let's go ahead and give her a time warp now that we're done gawking around, looking at everything. Go back to prograde. And let's give her a little bit of a time warp. Oh god. Early access. Am I on pause a little bit too early? Oh, it's actually just regularly paused. Oh wow, okay, it is regularly unpaused. How fast are we coming in? Oh wow, we're coming at 1800 meters per second. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out how much of a space plane this thing really is very quickly. We're already... So, space starts, I guess, around Kerbin at 70,000, but the atmosphere doesn't really start to kind of go down in that bar, and like in this bottom left where the mouse is. I think you should be able to see that. Yeah, off to this big blue bar. So I've seen it go down around 60,000. But atmosphere, I don't think hits until... Well, let's actually take a look here and pay attention. I'm going to say maybe like 38. Might be 35. I'm going to say right around 35,000. Looks like atmosphere is going to start taking into effect. Definitely when you get into the 30,000 range. Yeah, now we're dropping. Now we're in the higher parts of the atmosphere. And we're right off the coast of the Antarctic. And we are coming in fast at 1,600, 1,500. We're slowing down fast, though, too. Oh, we got to keep her steady. Keep her steady. Keep her steady. There we go. Maybe I can give her a good spin. Or not a spin, but so much like a... There we go. Yeah, slow her down. But we should be able to put some more power into our thrusters now. We've made it, Digides. We're here at Antarctica. Dropped in from orbit perfectly fine. That slowed down real well. I'm surprised. This gives, like, the coast a good old buzz. I'm gonna try to be careful not to accidentally crash into the ocean the very second that we get here. If that does happen, you are going to be seeing a cut and me suddenly be like, okay, hey guys. Oh, as I'm already talking too much and I should pay attention here. Well, I love the, I love the way that this thing turned out. I just threw it together and it's perfect right now. I just really suck at landing. Although I gotta say, I feel like the physics are a little bit wonky still. You know, again, earlier access, but because sometimes when you're landing these things, I think we even saw in the last video where I was like going perfectly fine and then somehow it just like bounced straight up vertically into the air, you know, like from the wheels for no reason, and that just kind of screwed my whole landing a bit. And, you know, but it's still somewhat manageable, and let's see if I can give this a good old spin around. Take a tight corner. Yeah. Sorry. But you know what? Actually, no. Let's go ahead and start getting some altitude and start taking a look at the landscape around us. Let's give it full throttle. I just realized that we're only at 50%. Oh, wait. You know what? Full boost might be a little bit too much. Let's get it down to 63. It's a little bit more maneuverable that way. A lot more maneuverable that way. Wait, not enough maneuverable that way. Full boost, full boost. There we go. Come on, get her up, get her up. Yeah, we just need to get her speed back. Then I can turn down my boosters. There we go. Okay, so very bumpy terrain. At least on this section. I wonder if there's anywhere else that has flatter area. Try to get up above the clouds. Ooh, that looks like some plains over there. Some flat plains. Not very good at turning this thing, because I guess I could just go horizontal and just hold to the right. But then for some reason when you do that, it barely moves, and it has a tendency to like kick back to where it was. You almost have to make sure that you do this whole maneuver to try to bring your nose up while you're doing that. But it works. But it looked like there's some flat plains over on this side for a moment there. Now, if we get this accomplished quick enough, we might want to go take a look and see what we can put together real quickly on what we could build for the next video. Maybe we won't have time to launch it, but you know what? We can take a look at some parts, because I think we've had enough of flying around with this plane. We've seen this already a couple times. This is more or less the same video from last time at this point, but just with rockets attached to it. So what I think that we want to do for next video is that we need to start actually going to take a look at the planets. We've only been on Earth / Kerbin this whole time. I should start paying more attention to what I'm doing to take down throttle. This is flat. This is good. Let's take out our landing gear. Next time we need to actually start building a rocket, and we need to start going and landing on these celestial bodies. We need to actually start going these places. This is Kerbal Space Program, not Kerbal Program, not Kerbal Microsoft Flight Simulator. Which I do like playing, but I stopped playing because I forgot how to use all the controls. Uh-oh. Okay. Zero throttle. No, not full throttle. Zero throttle. Zero throttle. Let's put brakes on. Nice. Nice. Gentle. Gentle. That's not gentle. Okay, let's see if I can get some speed back so I can flare it a little bit. No, not the nose, not the nose. No. No. Ah, gosh. I always mess up the landing. I'm sorry. But we did reach our destination, and I don't think it was going to have enough fuel to get back home anyway. But, oh well. I did kind of want to fly around a bit more, but I think we've seen enough. This gives us more time to go build like a little rocket ship to see how far we can get along with that. You guys can just hang out here. A lot of my Kerbals seem to end up on top of their heads or on the side of their heads, so this is one more for par for the course at this point. Beautiful scenery as usual, though. I still love the atmospheric like value that they put into this game. Oh, the quality is fantastic. Even if this terrain is very kind of like a painted on surface, it still has a little bit of sparklies in it. It still has like some little shadow elements to it, and I think I'm mostly gawking over the sun. The sun with the clouds just looks great. You know, the old Kerbal Space Program didn't have that unless you had mods, right? Parts manager, get out of here. I did not call for you. But yeah, you know, let's go back to the VAB, recover vessel. So I guess they don't freeze to death out here. Revert the VAB. So first, let's take a look at our kind of like our largest lander. I think that's gonna be a little bit too big. So why don't we go ahead and how many can this hold? This medium one hold? The medium can hold only one, really. Crew required is one. But how much can it hold? If I go to my Kerbal manager, it can hold 3. Okay, that's not bad. I think that's a good middle ground, right? It can hold 3. So as very top utility, we're always gonna want a parachute, but first we're gonna want a stabilizer. Where is it? Yeah, a small stabilizer. We're probably gonna want a small battery, and then we're gonna want the parachute. Where'd it go? Yeah, the small parachute. Perfect. And then on the side of that, because we built kind of like a weird straight piece like this, we can build ourselves kind of... Let's just put like 4 little tiny solar panels. I don't like how that's off-centered. Yeah, there we go. Solar panel. You know, why stop at 4? Let's just go to 8. How much do these things weigh? These things are 0.001 tons. So with all 8 of those, that's an extra 0.008 tons. That's the equivalent of like what? Like, I don't know, 200 pounds or something like that. Maybe. But so yeah, I think that'll be fine. That'll give us some power generation. And I think honestly we'll probably won't even need it. But just be safe. Now, normally in Kerbal Space Program, if we were doing a campaign playthrough, like in Kerbal Space Program 1, you would have to have like a science junior here and like a thermometer to get science and like barometers, and you'd have to do like goo mystery stuff, and then you could also do like crew like logs and stuff like that too, like a whole bunch of just different science things that you need to unlock more parts. So that's kind of like the fun part of it, right? But like right now we don't really have to worry about any of that. So right now I suppose I'm just worried about just getting them there and back, right? So I want to also build it as a system that I suppose, like I said, I want to make it a satellite. However, I also need to get these Kerbals back home. So I'm going to need to have lots of stages here, I think. So this is going to be our come back home stage, right? This is basically going to be our very final stage in a sense, because, well, this is the one it has the Kerbals. It's going to have to come back home. First, we're going to have to throw a decoupler, because when it comes back in... Ooh, you know what? Heat shields. There we go. We're going to need a heat shield and a decoupler. This is going to be what actually comes back. So, but before that, let's give her... Ooh, okay, so these are all... Yeah, these are all mediums then. I don't know how much fuel is really going to be needed to do this. That's going to be the tough part. Because I'm not sure how much a tiny little vessel like this is really going to need, right? So, and the moon has essentially no no gravity, so it'll be very easy to get off of it. I could put a tiny little engine on here, right? Let's see here. The Terrier. Max rest in a vacuum, 6 kilonewtons. Ooh. I am very tempted. Hybrid engine. It's so tiny. It's so small. We have but the medium ones are going to be too powerful, I think. I think they're just going to be unnecessary. But I suppose they'll have to do because they fit well. But now that's going to be our return home module, right? Now we need the module that'll actually probably land on the moon. We need the module that's going to actually like probably use up everything it has just to give what is called a suicide burn to get it to land right on the surface as it's basically running out of everything that it has without much left over. I don't know, like usually we could have a couple mods before. I don't remember if the vanilla version had that calculation in it, but I know like a lot of different mods I had for like managers would give you like some calculations for the suicide burn, like when you need to activate it. But so I guess we'll just have to eyeball it. we'll just have to eyeball it the best that we can. So that's that stage with that. So what we're gonna have to do is just get a whole bunch more fuel. Essentially, that's just what it is. We're just gonna have to get. There's another medium. Ooh, you know what? You know what? So, I think what we can do. Yeah, it might look a little funny. Do we have fuel lines? Do we have fuel lines to transfer anything? Yes, we do. We have fuel lines. Duct is a breakthrough in dynamics fuel transfer technology. Yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Listen up. Coupling, coupling, coupling. There it is. We're going to, not 8 of these. Let's attach like 2 of these right here on the side. We're gonna take our fuel tanks. We're gonna put another medium fuel tank right here. And now what we want is fuel lines that go to at least, yeah, to the center. Right? Because, wait, do these decouplers even allow crossfeed? They do allow crossfeed. Okay. But I'm probably going to need more fuel than this. Hang on. No, no, no. So I don't want it to be too heavy, right? Can I get rid of this? How do I... Trash. Okay. I don't want it to be too heavy. So we're going to go back to our fuel. Let's do a medium. So it's a little bit smaller, right? It's a little baby one. This is, yeah, a regular Methalox. A little baby, like, fuel tank. But that's why I wanted the fuel lines, because now they can all just transfer. But I don't need to, because it says that they have crossfeed enabled in this. That's right, because usually you'd have to unlock that. But in this, it doesn't matter, because it's already unlocked. Yeah, fuel crossfeed, perfect. Now, how about our engines? Our engines can probably be the same, but it's going to be in a vacuum. What medium engine has the best vacuum thrust? I suppose technically these ones, right? But they seem a little overkill. Impact tolerance, 10. ISP, 282. Yeah, they just seem a little overkill. So, I guess what I can do... Yeah, let's just put 3 of these smaller ones. 3 at 215, that'll give me like 645 of vacuum thrust, and that's not bad. Rather than 1800 with these 3 big ones. We're probably needing a nose cone right on top. Perfect. I'm just starting to realize this rocket is going to be way too big. Because that is just basically our descent stage that's going into the moon, right? So now we need something medium that's going to go into a large. We need to go bigger. Is that going to work? Why does it keep on trying to get me all the way up to the top? I still have yet to figure out these controls with building. Like, I don't understand how... It says that the arrow keys should be able to move my camera, but they don't. Because I try to use my arrow keys and I just can't get out of here. It keeps focusing on the cockpit at the top, sadly. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. If you guys have any tips or know any ways of trying to get that to work, I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's take a look though at our large parts. For some reason this one goes from medium to large, but it's kind of like squarish. Ah, here's a large one. We don't need these square ones. We need these round ones. Now, in trying not to get too long, I guess I can go one more, and we're not looking too terrible. That's somewhat, doable. A big old engine on the bottom. And I'm probably going to need more than that, aren't I? How big are these medium engines? Oh, they fit. They fit. Look at this. I know I'm at a weird angle trying to even get a good... trying to look at this. I think I need to take this whole thing up. There we go. Move it up. We need a couple more couplings. However, I'm probably going to do these big ones because I kind of want them out and away from the rocket. Otherwise, they might destroy everything the second they decouple from it. Chances are. Now, if I can somehow get a good enough angle to attach these. No, not quite like that, game. Work with me here. I know I'm doing it from a distance. Oh boy, okay. Let's do this. Let's move it all the way down. That way I can get a good, better angle to attach them. Yeah, just like that. And then take them up. So I won't need a nose cone on them because most of it will be blocked by these upper ones. If I had a smaller decoupler, fine. Okay, I'll try a smaller decoupler. Yeah, these large ones. The ones that are like kind of closer up. We'll do the same thing where we attach them a little bit lower. Not quite sure it's doing it. It's definitely not doing it. Did that do it? No. Is this gonna do it? Work with me here. Yeah, come on. Perfect. There we go. That's a lot simpler. I probably could put a small little nose cone on them. Do I have like a little baby one? Have a little baby cone? I do have little baby cones. Ooh, but should I just put a medium? No, that's gonna be too tall. Baby cone it is. Little baby cones. It'll have to do. See, it goes right up to the top again. I don't know why it does that. But oh well. So that rocket is all set up to go. Let's check our staging. We don't want to do that. We want to separate that, but we're also going to be activating our main engine at the same time, right? However, actually, you know what? Let's delay the main engine. Let's see if we can delay it a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to need it right away. Let's wait until like these get halfway over and then activate it. Because it may be unnecessary right off the bat to waste its fuel. I am trying to get to the moon after all, right? So this is how that's all going. That's going to have to activate the same time as those other engines. However, this has the chance to detach if it needs to. Oh, you know what's going to be important? The one thing that we can't forget. I almost forgot. Our landing legs. What are we going to do when we get all the way there and we have nothing to land on? I'd be so embarrassed. Get all the way there. We finally did it and we can't even touch the ground. I mean, you could, but I would just fall over immediately every single time. And getting home would be one heck of a story, to put it lightly. Now, I don't know. This is going to be kind of like the ascent stage, so I guess I'm not going to need any landing legs up there. I'm just thinking, like, what if I have to abandon this section and use the tiny bit of fuel that I have in my final section to do it? And I might land on land when I get back to Kerbin too, right? So I'm going to put a couple on here just in case. Just in case. I probably don't need them at all. That does not seem to be attaching well at all. Okay, yeah, that's because that's a big bell nozzle, but then that's going to be... Nah, okay, there's no point. That'll be fine. Oh, we need actual parachutes too. How many of you were sitting there like, is he really does he not have parachutes? Yeah, okay. You're right. I've almost forgot about that. Dang. Radial mount parachute. Okay, so these are going to be like the main ones, but I'm not going to need that much, right? I only need like probably 2 drogue chutes. Are these drogues? MK16, no. Radial mounts, no. Goes up, small. This is end mounted. Where are the drogue chutes? This is drogue parachutes. Okay, drogue chutes. They're the extra small ones. I probably only need 2. That's it. Probably only need like 2, and that'll be final. And I could just attach these on any side, really. Throw them right there and call it good. But those drogue chutes do want to fire before the main chute, because these drogue chutes also, where is it? Utility, deploy settings. I don't want them fully opening into like the last 1,000 meters, both of them. So that should, no, it didn't copy over, so I'll have to, okay, it did, no, it did. Nice. But then this main one, deploy settings, I don't want this opening to like the last like 700 meters. There we go. That should be more than enough. That way we can actually get all the way down fast enough and descent in time. Because it just takes so long when you have to sit there and watch the shoes come down, you know? I'm doing that. I'm knocking on death's door just to save time in the long run. But DigiDs, that is what our moon rocket is starting to look like. However, I think that's all the time that we have for this episode. If you actually want to see this thing take flight, you'll just have to stay tuned and take a look and, you know, have a look out for the next video. It should be coming out tomorrow. I post every Monday through Saturday, occasionally on Sundays, but mostly every Monday through Saturday. I take Sundays off. You know, I do work, and, you know, that's kind of like my day's rest. So overall, if you've been liking the content here, feel free to hit that subscribe button if you're going to be coming back for more, you know, and leave a comment down below on the type of stuff you'd like to see us try in the future. You know, at this point, we're starting to actually get into the part of going to the other planets. We've had a lot of fun with the plane now, and I think it's time to actually go take a look at the moon. And then we have also got Duna. We also want to go take a look at the stars. We want to go take a look at all the other planets and the solar system in general. But yeah, so look forward to those videos. And I'm still terrible at outros. So I'll see you DigiDs around next time. Bye-bye.